Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Independence Day special content that's going to be arriving in Grand Theft Auto Online in just a few short days. There were some details that Rockstar kind of left out on the newswire. They kind of, left it up to us to figure out what's it going to be. And also, I'm going to be answering some questions that you guys have had for me as well, that you've been telling me on Twitter and in the YouTube comment section as well. So to get you guys caught up, and if you totally missed it, I'll be quick because I touched on it yesterday. Rockstar on their newswire announced that starting Friday, which is July 1st, that there would be returning Independence Day content coming in Grand Theft Auto Online. That's right, all the content from the 2014 DLC is arriving this Friday and going all the way through Monday, July 11th. So you basically have 10 days to get all the content, and it's going to be at a 25% off sale. However, what they failed to mention is if last generation was going to be able to participate in this DLC. I know there's a lot of you guys that still watch my videos that are playing on an Xbox 360 or a PS3, and it's been tough over the last year because you haven't gotten to participate in, a good chunk of the content that's come out. However, Rockstar didn't mention if this content was going to be available on the Xbox 360 and the PS3. And I'm going to be taking a guess right now that I do believe that it will come on the last generation system as well. Now, there's two reasons I believe this is going to happen. Number one, it's because all of this content was released originally on the Xbox 360 and the PS3. The Independence Day special DLC came out on July 1st, 2014. And at that time, we didn't have the next generation or current generation consoles, PS4 and Xbox One. All we had was Xbox 360 and PS3, so the content is already on those systems. Rockstar, once again, will just have to update the tunables to get that content into the game. So that's number one, why I believe that content will arrive on the old generation. Number two is we saw Rockstar do this in December in 2015. So for the Christmas Day DLC, or the Christmas Season DLC in 2015, right after Executives and Other Criminals, Rockstar added a bunch of new masks and a bunch of new clothing, but at the same time, they also introduced the old items and clothing from the Christmas DLC of 2014. So what that allowed last generation to do was still participate in the Christmas Day stuff. I believe the Christmas trees were added in their apartments. I believe they got snow in-game as well. So they got all the old content that was added into the game. They just didn't get any of the new content. So those are two reasons why I believe that last generation will be able to participate in this, Independence Day special revival. Now, I should absolutely stress that none of that is confirmed. I have checked with a few of my friends and reputable members of the GTA community, Yan2295 in particular. I asked him if he thinks last generation is going to be getting this content, and he said probably. Again, he's not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure. But again, all signs are pointing in the direction that the last generation 360 and PS3 will get in some way to participate in this content with the old items that they'll probably just see unlocked in their inventory again, or in stores, or on websites. So that's pretty cool. I love when Rockstar gives us the opportunity to come together once again, combine PC, current generation consoles, and last generation consoles. And it's for a good cause too, because we're celebrating Independence Day for, in America, the 4th of July. So I think that's pretty cool. Hopefully that is the case. Okay, another thing you guys wanted me to address was players getting this content early. So this always seems to happen when Rockstar says something will release on a certain day, but it's done via tunables. And I apologize for the video quality here. It's not great. Someone sent this to me on Twitter. But yeah, the content will appear early for some people. And if you are lucky enough to experience this, then woohoo. You're not going to get in trouble. There's no penalty for getting it early. You just get it early. However, once again, all the content will eventually be available come Friday on July 1st. However, if you do have it in the game right now, that's awesome. I do not. Let me know in the comment section if you do and what items you have. However, there were some things that Rockstar, in my opinion, failed to mention on the newswire. So I'm going to read this off real quick. They state all of the original Independence Day special content will be returning to Grand Theft Auto Online. So there was a huge emphasis on all of the original Independence Day content. So I really do hope that Rockstar isn't misleading right here or falsely advertising when they say all of the Independence Day special content will be returning. because there are a lot of things that I feel like they failed to mention and they left out on their list. So some of the things they listed were the Liberator monster truck, the Sovereign motorcycle, the Firework rocket launcher and its ammo, and then they mentioned patriotic gear, including hats, t-shirts, and more. So that more part is kind of broad, but at the same rate, I've noticed that there's a few things missing there. Number one is the fireworks that could be placed on the ground. So I don't know if you guys recall this, but Rockstar gave us the opportunity to build our own fireworks display almost. It was kind of cool. You could also set up some really cool events, some really cool Snapmatic photos with the fireworks themselves. And it was really epic to do, especially at nighttime, like if you're on the pier, you're on the beach. It was a really good time. So I'm hoping that they don't exclude those, but I'm kind of worried because previous times when they've unlocked the firework launcher, like on New Year's Eve, they have not given us the opportunity to buy more fireworks that you place on the ground. So once again, even though there's no mention of the inventory fireworks returning, hopefully Rockstar will include that because that was a pretty big part of the DLC. Up next, another thing that wasn't mentioned on the newswire and was actually a pretty big deal was the Musket. So there's a lot of people that don't own the Musket and haven't because they either haven't been on Grand Theft Auto Online or haven't been around for any of the Independence Day specials. And Rockstar didn't mention the Musket either. They mentioned the firework launcher, but they didn't mention the Musket, which is honestly one of the more fun weapons to use in the game. It's kind of like a skill weapon. Like if you can pick someone off with the Musket, it actually has pretty good firepower, but obviously one of the slowest reloading weapons in the game. So again, it seems as if Rockstar just skipped over some of the biggest parts of this DLC. They left the Musket off as well, some of the other things we're going to talk about going forward. So hopefully that has the chance to return. Luckily, I've got 6,000 bullets, or I don't even know what they are for the Musket. So I'm pretty much good to go, but I know there's a lot of people that don't have it that would love to get this weapon in the game. Another thing I noticed they didn't mention was crate drops. So that was a big part of the original Independence Day DLC. Crate drops would contain not only rare t-shirts, but also 6 different beer hats. The beer hats are probably the coolest part of those rare special crates. I remember when this DLC first came out, I would hunt for those special crates trying to get the beer hats because they really do look epic. So I wonder if beer hats will be making a return or if they will forever be in the graveyard with the lost crate drops. Those are some of the coolest free mode events ever. I know Rockstar's got their own little focus on the free mode events that they do right now, but some of the ones from last generation are honestly the best. Like the money truck spawning, the crate drops with these rare items. That was really cool, and I'm hoping that that ends up making a return. Now, another thing that I noticed was hairstyles. One of the best hairstyles from the Independence Day special was the mullet, and they didn't mention that either. Now, once again, that might be included in the hats, t-shirts, and more. Again, that's a very broad and general statement right there. So who knows? Will we be seeing hairstyles return? I'd like to say we will, but at the same rate, it's Rockstar and we just have no clue what they're going to be doing. Now, another question I've been getting is when on Friday will this content likely come out? So I think it's going to occur at a very similar time to when all the tunable files are essentially updated, which is anywhere from 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is where I live. So 4 or 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is about 1 or 2 a.m. PST. I think it's about 10 or 11 a.m. in the UK time. You can do some, calculations from there, but I'm assuming that's where the majority of people watching this video are. But for us in the United States, it happens very, very early in the morning. For you, it might happen sometime in the middle of the day. I know for a fact that when this content does come out, I'm going to be doing some live streams. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll hang out. We'll do a lot of crazy open lobby stuff with the returning content. And I hope that that returning content does include all of the features that I've mentioned today. And hopefully Rockstar, even if they don't return the crate drops, will maybe just give us an option to buy the beer hats. They're so cool and they look so great, and I really want them on my account. But really, that's all the information I'm going to be talking about for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy, and hopefully you learned a thing or two about some of the upcoming content that could and should be arriving, in my opinion, in the return of the Independence Day content in Grand Grand Theft Auto Online. If you did go on to enjoy, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With out of the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.